Welcome to Q.com Media. Let's learn together. Penetration testing, also known as pen testing or ethical hacking, is the process of testing a computer system, network, or application to identify vulnerabilities and assess the security posture of the system. Penetration testing is a critical component of a comprehensive security program, as it helps organizations identify and address security weaknesses before they can be exploited by malicious actors. This video presentation is brought to you by mozcom.com, a domain name registration and web hosting services. Here's a beginner's guide to penetration testing and how it can help you assess your network security. What is penetration testing? Penetration testing is a simulated cyber attack on a computer system, network, or application, performed by trained security professionals. The goal of the test is to identify vulnerabilities that can be exploited by an attacker to gain unauthorized access or steal sensitive data. Penetration testing can be performed manually or using automated tools, and it can be conducted internally or externally. Why perform penetration testing? The main reason to perform penetration testing is to identify and address vulnerabilities before they can be exploited by malicious actors. Penetration testing can help organizations identify weaknesses in their security posture, assess the effectiveness of security controls, comply with industry regulations and standards, evaluate the readiness of incident response teams, improve overall security awareness and education. Types of penetration testing. There are several types of penetration testing, each with its own focus and scope. Here are the most common types of penetration testing. Network penetration testing. This type of testing is focused on identifying vulnerabilities in a network infrastructure, such as firewalls, routers, and switches. Web application penetration testing. This type of testing is focused on identifying vulnerabilities in web applications, such as SQL injection, cross-site scripting, and file inclusion. Mobile application penetration testing. This type of testing is focused on identifying vulnerabilities in mobile applications, such as insecure data storage, insecure communication, and weak authentication. Wireless penetration testing. This type of testing is focused on identifying vulnerabilities in wireless networks, such as weak encryption and authentication protocols. Social engineering penetration testing. This type of testing is focused on assessing the susceptibility of employees to social engineering attacks, such as phishing, pretexting, and baiting. The penetration testing process. The penetration testing process typically follows these steps. Planning and preparation. This includes defining the scope and objectives of the test, obtaining permission from stakeholders, and gathering information about the target system. Reconnaissance. This includes gathering information about the target system, such as IP addresses, domain names, and network topology. Vulnerability assessment. This includes using automated tools and manual techniques to identify vulnerabilities in the target system. Exploitation. This includes attempting to exploit the identified vulnerabilities to gain unauthorized access or steal sensitive data. Post-exploitation. This includes performing additional activities, such as privilege escalation, lateral movement, and data exfiltration, to simulate the actions of a real attacker. Reporting. This includes documenting the findings of the test and providing recommendations for remediation. Best practices for penetration testing. To ensure that penetration testing is performed effectively and ethically, organizations should follow these best practices. Obtain permission from stakeholders before conducting the test. Define the scope and objectives of the test. Use trained and experienced security professionals to perform the test. Avoid disrupting normal business operations. Document all findings and provide recommendations for remediation. Ensure that all sensitive data is protected and properly disposed of. Comply with all applicable laws and regulations. In conclusion, penetration testing is a critical component of a comprehensive security program, as it helps organizations identify and address security weaknesses before they can be exploited by malicious actors. By following best practices and using trained and experienced security professionals, organizations can ensure that their penetration testing efforts are effective and ethical. Thank you for watching. Please hit the subscribe button to keep in touch.